This is for people who have pure intentions to be of service. So I'm here to speak the truth. For those of you who are tarot card readers, spiritual YouTubers like me, intuitive healers, light workers, shadow workers, anything of the spiritual nature, you have gone through your awakening, or you're going through your awakening, or you're on your ascension process. There's some people who awaken to this spiritual journey and don't understand the concept of committing to self and to mission. There are a lot of people who are looking for intuitive insights, and the people that they go to don't really have pure intentions to serve. Their only intentions is to take, and most of all, just to make profit. So today, you beautiful beings, stay tuned to the very end, because we're gonna have a heart-to-heart conversation on what it means to really commit to self and commit to mission. And when you understand this, you will understand that this is bigger than self, and this is bigger than the currency of money. Beautiful beings. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Your homegirl is sleepy. It's not Mercury retrograde anymore, but damn, have I been time traveling through these dreams. Have you guys been having some really, really intriguing dreams, bro? Man, Mom, I can't even explain to you my kind of dreams I'm having, but enough of that. I'm chattering. Let's get right into this. What is up, you beautiful beings? Welcome, you awakened ones, to another episode on Embracing the Ascension series. If you've been on the journey with me so far, I am so thankful that you are here, and I have new subscribers. That's even more of a blessing to know that I am be able to touch your hearts and give you service through the purest intentions that I could do, and collecting wisdom straight from source to give it to you, to go upon your journey with more unconditional love and enlightenment for who you are. But if you enjoy content just like this that does assist you on your spiritual journey, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and make sure to hit that notification button so you won't miss out on any videos. And lastly, follow me on Instagram, as I post daily for your embetterment and upliftment. But you beautiful beings, I'm so sleepy. I wanted to take a day off, but you know, my obedient butt listen to my spirit guides, and they wanted me to jump on and speak about this because, you know, I've juggled with this a lot on my spiritual journey, you know, being in the 3D and then trying to heal and be in the 4D and the 5D. And you don't need to understand this, but my concept is that there's different level of frequencies that we live on. And the 5D level is about love, and the 3D level is about lower desires, lower vibrations, lower intentions. So pretty much I was juggling all my life with understanding, am I here for the money, if I'm really hearing, what am I doing this for? Why am I on this spiritual journey? I was really lost for a long time. And you know, I found a lot of people. I invested a lot in my journey to learn more about myself, to heal myself, and I have been taught by people who knew what they were talking about. I've been taught by people who were just doing things for the money. And I felt like I was led to want to speak about this. And it's about committing to self and mission. And the reason why I feel this is so important is because since the world is changing so rapidly, please understand, I know I say this in a lot, and I know it may get annoying, but this patriarchal system is a false system. It's breaking because it's not built on what God had intentions for this world, or for the universe, or for his children at that. And the people who pretty much separated themselves from God, pretty much lived in their ego, edging God out. Their intentions were greed. Their intentions were, okay, let's create the currency of money and act like it's the most wealthiest currency of all, to the point people will fight over it. People have to show their worth for it. People have to work for it. And because of that, they have their sense of power over us. And that's why we feel so ruled by money. And that's why we do things out of the intention for money. We don't do it out of pure intentions. But today, I feel like this is so important. No, because one, I'm not speaking out my ass, you guys. I literally, like I said, I juggled with this. I was doing things out of the intention of gaining more money, rather than having a pure intention, doing from my truth and from the heart. You guys, I'm gonna share a little bit about myself. You know, you probably know my journey a little bit, but you don't know much about why I started YouTube. And the reason why I started YouTube is because I did have a spiritual awakening, and I did have vast amounts of pain, not only from this lifetime, but from past lifetimes. Because I was a male in majority of my past lives, and I was the past life that I had before this one, I was a knight. So, and even past lives beyond that, I was a killer. So, you know, there was a lot of pain pent up within me that it kind of, the way a spiritual awakening works is that pain, it's like when it's suppressed for so long, pretty much like air, when it's suppressed for so long, eventually it's going to have to pop. Pretty much like putting your foot on a balloon, and all that pressure, eventually it's going to pop. And that's how a spiritual awakening works. It's like the pain has been so suppressed for so long, it doesn't have a container to hold itself, so it has to burst, which creates a breakthrough, hence a spiritual awakening. So that happened to me, and I felt like I was led to start doing YouTube, and later on I was led to keep going, to keep being of service. And then now, being on my spiritual journey, I know I'm meant to be a tuitive healer. I know I'm meant to be a guider. I just found out I have a double mission maybe 2 days ago, but we're not going to get all into that. But you guys, I didn't know, for a very long time, I did not know why I was doing what I was doing. I did not understand, why am I doing YouTube videos? Why am I talking about spirituality? Why am I reading so much? Why am I studying? I hated reading, you guys. I hated reading, but something led me to start reading spiritual books. Something led me to start learning about the autonomy of the body. A lot of things had led me to where I am today because I was chosen. Little do people know, when you have a spiritual awakening, or you've been through the twin flame journey, or you understand concepts of spirituality, hence why you're watching this video, you have been chosen. And I believe that your ancestors or precise spiritual guides choose you for this journey to serve the collective. And I'm gonna be real honest with you guys, this takes a lot of responsibility. And this is why I want to share, is that it shouldn't be about the money at all. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I did start, I did care about the viewers, I did care about the subscribers, I did care about when am I gonna get the money for rendering my services. Little did I know I wasn't giving true value, because I was still doing it out of, selfish intentions. But since I've known, since the beginning of this year, actually no, not the beginning of this year, the middle of last year, I started to realize my understanding of why I was where I was, why I was feeling the way that I was, why I felt like an outcast or a black sheep from my family, is because I have been chosen. I have been chosen to speak this truth. I have been chosen to heal my bloodline, my lineage, to create a new legacy for the next generation to come in my family and for the human race. And when I started to really understand this, I stopped having shame for why I have the journey that I have, unlike other people. You know, a lot of us are so familiar with being the same, going to work, going to school, you know, doing this, doing that, whatever society tells us. And if you watch this video, you know, you understand that that is not who you are. You understand that you're here for something bigger than just going to work, paying bills, and dying. You understand this, and this is why you're watching this video right now, which is beautiful. But I want to remind you that when you get on this journey, when you do give your insights, it should never be about materialistic gains. Just please understand that, you guys. When you're chosen and when you are feeling led to do this kind of work takes a toll on your body. It takes a toll on your mind. It takes a toll on your life. And there's nothing wrong with it. I feel very blessed to be different. I feel very blessed to have the voice that I have to speak my truth and allow God to use me. I feel very blessed because, please understand, you become a conduit for your ancestors and your spirit guides to help the collective, to help you. I allow my spirit guides, I allow my ancestors, I allow all the archangels, I allow all the sun masters to use me to speak the truth straight from God, because I know it will assist. I have been through so much in my life, and I've experienced and learned so much to the point I am too wise for my age. And that will make me so selfish to keep all this insight for me, when I know it can help a lot of people just like me, just like you. And this is why I do what I do. But the reason why I'm making this video today is because I want you to understand that when you are choosing to really commit to your spiritual journey, it's a huge responsibility. And it's not just a responsibility of, oh, you're going to gain more money, you have to help more clients. The responsibility is that the world is going to need you. And it doesn't mean you're taking care of the world, like you have to have the world on your shoulders. No, that's not your job. That's God's job. What I'm saying is that you have an obligation, a responsibility that you have to listen to what your guides need. You have to listen to what your body and your mind and your inner child, your soul needs. You have to be there for the collective because you've been chosen. A lot of people, everyone has a call on this planet, but very few are willing to listen to that call. But the ones who choose to listen to that call, you have a huge purpose in this life. And I want you to understand that when you are committing to mission, you have to commit to yourself. A lot of people want to be of service and want to be of service and gain things. But the thing about this journey is that you have to heal yourself and take care of you before you can take care of anyone else. But when you do take care of you and you do remind yourself that you are whole and you remember the concept that you are abundant and divine, right? And you are a divine being, you would never worry about the money. You would never worry about your bills. You would never worry about what anyone thinks of you because you know why you're here and you know that you are being taken care of because you are being divinely guided. And you will want to live of service rather than live for self. And you guys, it's been such a privilege realizing and learning that I have a bigger purpose here and I love doing it. And even though I'm tired a lot, I'm learning how important it is to love thyself. And when you learn to love thyself, you will understand the purpose of life is to be happy and enjoy this experience God created for you. But your mission in life is to give your happiness, your cup that's filled, that's overflowing. Give that love, give that happiness out because it is a right. It is a right. I mean, you could keep it all for yourself, but don't complain if you ain't happy. If you're not willing to give and receive, because this whole life is about reciprocation. It's all about being of service, helping self, helping others, helping you. It's a cycle, you guys. It's a healthy cycle. But I want to get on here because I need to remind you guys. See, damn, I'm losing a lot of weight. Look at that. It's good. But sorry, off track. But ways to really commit to yourself and to your mission. And being that light, because when you're on this journey, you become a light. And you're going to have a lot of moths that are going to try to come to you. And when you're on this journey, you're an empath. You're intuitive. People see your light. There are entities that we do not see that don't want us to rise. This is why sometimes when we're on this journey, we feel discouraged. We feel like we're not good enough. We feel like we're not powerful enough. Like, how can I be that? What makes me think I'm worthy of that? I get it. I get it. When you feel like you do have a calling and you're willing to listen to that call, sometimes you feel like, damn, like I shouldn't raise myself up. I should stay where I am because how am I going to help others if I'm too high up? How are you going to help others if you're still on the same frequency? That I'm going to be motherfucking real about that. You ain't going to help no one. Like Abraham Hicks says, you can't help a sick person if you're sick too. Perfect example on the airplane, putting the mask on when you need some oxygen. You can't help the other person put their mask on if you don't have a mask on yourself. That's why they say put your mask on first before you help the person sitting next to you. And that's a motherfucking fact. And this is so important to understand that you need to help yourself before you can jump into mission. And a lot of people I personally work with and I've met that only did this for the money. They only talked about money. They only talked about how much I want to gain, all the cars I want, the big house, how much I want in my savings account. That's cool. That's cool. Yes, we're supposed to experience those luxury of life. It's a beauty. It's a privilege. It's a divine right. But that shouldn't be your intentions when you're on this spiritual mission. I'm very thankful that I've been through my twin flame journey. I've been through a lot of things that led me to have the courage to open up my heart, my mind, to speak this to the world. But when I started to add intentions to this, I started to realize how much bigger this is than myself. And I want you to remember that when you are realizing your worth, and you are realizing the patterns and the cycles that happen in your life, and relationships, friendships, and your family line, when you can really see a different perspective than how other people view the world, then you understand you're here for something bigger. And there's nothing to be ashamed of that. So please, please don't lower your worth. Don't lower your standards. Because when you lower your standards, you're telling the universe, you're telling God, okay, that's all I deserve, so give me more of that. Law of attraction, the way law of attraction works, it doesn't work by what you want. It works by how you're vibrating. So if you're vibrating at a frequency of, oh, I'm going to stay around these people because I love my family, because I love my friends, even though they're not getting anywhere in life, and even though I have goals, I'm going to stay where they are because they need me. You're telling the universe, this is all I'm worth. Please don't do that. When you're on your mission, remember your worth, because you're going to remember who you are. When you remember who you are, you have to keep rising. You have to keep ascending, because you're a light that this world needs. I have this quote that I always say to myself. You could call it affirmation, but I mostly call it a quote. I am the light that's meant to be shined upon this world. What I mean by that, if you saw the thumbnail, it's a lighthouse. You are the lighthouse that's going to help people who are flooded in their past, flooded in their emotions, who are lost in the ocean of the confusion, of the illusions that they have created from themselves, or that have been created in their conditionings. And you are going to be the lighthouse for them to see the truth, the way that I'm doing right now with you. I'm here to share with you the truth of understanding this journey, of understanding who you are, and remembering your worth, remembering your divinity. And this is so passionate for me, because you guys, I didn't have this when I had my spiritual awakening. My parents withheld their love from me. And that's why I could never really understand love. And that's why I always was a people pleaser, and always allowing narcissists to control me, to control my mind and manipulate me, because I didn't know my worth. But when I had my spiritual awakening, and I started to really become aware of my thought patterns, of my manifestations, of the cycles in my relationships and the cycles of my family, I really start to see, like, damn, no one sees what I see. Why do I see what I see? And when I started to separate myself from the old ways and started to look at a new way, my life started to transform. And then I started to be led to do YouTube. I started to be led to start just being creative with my own authenticity, because I'm an example for people to remember who they are. When I started to do that, I started to separate myself from the old ways. I started to see the things that I outgrown, and I realized, like, damn, I'm here for a bigger purpose. And I have to honor that, because that shit is going to nag at you. And it's going to nag at you if you don't listen to that calling. But I'm here to remind you, keep your faith. You light workers, you shadow workers, you tarot readers, you candle makers, you jewelry makers. Please, please, if you're on this spiritual journey and you know you're doing things out of the kindness of your heart, don't get discouraged when you are needing to let go of the old. Don't get discouraged when things get hard. And please don't get discouraged when you forget who you are. Because this whole journey is a spiral. When we think we learned something, when we think we learned something, oh, no, it has to go deeper, because there's more about ourselves that we need to heal, we need to learn, we need to love, and we need to express. And there's something I wrote down that I really want to share with you guys, right? I think this is very beautiful. So when you're on this journey, you're committing to yourself, meaning that you have to heal your wounds. And that's when you start to realize a lot about yourself that other people don't have perspectives of their own lives. You have to start healing those wounds. And when you start healing those wounds, that's how you'll be able to be the healer and the lighthouse for those who need what you know and what you do and what you have within you. But I want to share this real quick. When you're committing to yourself, you're committing to love, and God is love. That's the highest frequency of all. That's the most powerful frequency beyond money. And I want you to understand, when you're healing your wounds, you would never want to be attached to the past, because you went from, y'all ready? Toxic to purity, fear to love, control to surrender, and lack to wholeness. And what I mean by toxic to pure, meaning that you are seeing what is unhealthy and finding ways that are healthy to heal your wounds. You have awakened that fear is false evidence appearing real, and love is the truest antidote and the only highest frequency of all that could save us, heal us, and help us. And as you're healing yourself, committing to yourself and healing your wounds, you start to realize control stems from fear. And when you surrender and trust in divine, you will remember why you're here, and you will start listening to your call. Because when you surrender, you allow yourself to be the chosen one. You allow yourself to be the lighthouse, and you allow yourself to be you. And there's nothing more fulfilling than being who you are and having no fucking shame over it. Last one is that you come from lack to wholeness. My point exactly. When you commit to yourself and heal your wounds, you start to realize you can't stay where you used to be. Because where you used to be was a lack mentality. That was your conditions. And now you're understanding you're whole. You're worthy. And this is why people like me, people like my mentors who are very abundant, materialistically and spiritually, they understand that they are already whole. They remember, they heal themselves, they help themselves, and that's why they're able to help the collective the same way I'm doing with you. So please understand that everything has to tumble in life. When you're on this journey, it has to tumble because it has to teach you to grow, because you're here for a bigger purpose. But please remember, this journey should never be about the money. Yes, we do have to live. Yes, we do have to pay bills. Don't forget your responsibilities. That's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is that you're not here just for the money. You're living here to experience the joy of life, the creation God has given you, as in jewelry, as in going out to eat, as in spending time with family, as in being able to buy gifts, being able to give to the less fortunate. That's beautiful experiences that we're supposed to have on this lifetime. But at the same time, that's for self. That's commitment to self, is remembering your happiness, remember your joy, filling your own cup up. But remembering that you're doing all of that to also assist, to also be a lighthouse for those who are lost. So please, you beautiful, beautiful beings of light. This is why I call my channel AwakenOnes, because you have awakened to your light, your truth, your wholeness, your divinity. And don't get me wrong, guys, I still have troubles. Sometimes I forget who I am. But the beautiful thing is that I praise those moments, because that makes me dive deeper into my soul. The deeper I dive, the more I create breakthroughs and prophecies within myself, and to the point I remember who I am on a deeper level and why I am here. And there's nothing more fulfilling than letting go of fear, letting go of anxiety, letting go of worry, letting go of the conditional world, and realizing that this world is so unconditional, meaning that it's not just physical, it's unconditional love, it's unconditional happiness, it's joy, it's peace, it's wholeness, it's nirvana. There's peace within our souls that's more fulfilling than whatever this conditional world can give us. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy this conditional world. It just means that you're here as a spiritual being in a human body, because you're here to experience the beauty of being both and whole as one. So, beautiful beings, if you could take anything out this video, take it as that you are on the right path. You are being divinely guided. And if you're having troubles understanding yourself or healing your wounds, please remember, you have to commit to to loving yourself every day. I'm not going to say you're all easy peasy, happy lemon squeezy every day. No, I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is that you're choosing to commit to your joy and your happiness because that is your divine right and that is your purpose here. But you're also committing to that calming that you can't stop hearing. But when you're willing to listen to that, you will understand how important and how special and how needed you are. That all you want to do is take care of yourself so you can take care of other people. And there's nothing more beautiful than wanting to be of service for those that you can see who are hurting, you can see who are lost, but you can see that where they are, you have been. So what can you do to help them? Oh, I tried so hard not to cry during this video because I'm speaking from my heart. This is my truth. But beautiful being, if you want to dive deeper into your souls, if you really want to align with your abilities or heighten your abilities, holla at your homegirl. I am an intuitive healer. I am a tarot card reader, and boy, do I love being of service. You will get a one-on-one session with me. All of my services are in the link in the description on my website. Go check it out. Also, you guys, I'm going to start doing guided meditations that are very powerful, that help me every day to clear my chakras, activate myself, get me into alignment, but also get me in touch with my spirit guides to heighten my intuitive senses. So if you're wanting all of that, stay tuned. I will be giving those links out in the description on each new video that I do from now on YouTube. But other than that, like I said, if you guys are needing someone to talk to, if you guys are wanting to understand your journey, or just needing more leadership on where you're going on your journey, holler at your girl. All my services are in the link in the description on my website. I'm looking forward to working with anyone who's willing to step up on their journey, because we need more light workers. We need more people shining their light into this world, because that's the only way we're going to save this earth and this evolution of humanity. But other than that, you beautiful being, I love you so much. If this video helped you, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification button. Also follow me on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next one, boo boo, with bliss and love. I adore all your awakened ones, and thank you so much for being here. Namaste.